was standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She took with the G's, then she no way. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties on the industry.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense. They were fantastic a week ago with the win over Houston.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. Walker with a grab, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Seahawks had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Now Geno. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Smith. And complete once again to Watson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
This is 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Smith throwing again. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Smith. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw, Smith.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because
He went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Milton. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Moore, the man in motion. To throw, it's Milton. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Now Milton. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Moore, the man in motion. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
On 4th down, Milton. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now it's Smith.
That's taken in by Watson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. There he goes, left side. And touchdown. DK Metcalf, 56 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Milton.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On the ground, they'll set up the reverse, but he'll keep it himself.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Throw left side complete. That's Walker. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Byron Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Milton now to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 20.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, it's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Moore, the man in motion. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down and 8. And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Milton.
They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Throwing is Milton.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Milton. Touchdown, Rams.
Juwan Johnson
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Rams Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot here before break. Smith. Finding Walker complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down from the 33. Here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Milton. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Up the middle, it's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Nice, good shit. I had him -1. Yep. Nice, baby.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Oh, shit.
Looking to throw. Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now Bolden on the return. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Milton. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Moore, the man in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Milton.
Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Puka Nacua
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Geno. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To throw, it's Milton.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Milton.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run it again with Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Milton.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Smith. That one caught downfield by Watson. He's to the 15.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Milton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Moore, the man in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Warden. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes second down.
Throwing is Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Smith to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. DK Metcalf.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
DK Metcalf
With career touchdown number 70.
And the Seahawks strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Connecting with Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.